Alright guys, so I want the continuation of Steven Universe, and from what I understand, the best way to do that is to continue to make content about Steven Universe, so that's what I'm doing. So let's talk about Bismuth and Rose Quartz and things with Bismuth in general. Now, apparently, her and Rose were supposed to be in a relationship. There were some things and concepts that were released by the crew of Steven Universe that showed that she was actually in a relationship with Rose. And I would have liked to have seen this elaborated more on, because if we all know, Bismuth does have it bad for Pearl. However, I really would like to see her with Yellow Pearl, because check out this drip. Like, check this out. Like, look at that. Check that out. She's like, oh, I make this look so good. Like, I actually really am living for Yellow Pearl's energy. Now, Blue Pearl was actually my favorite, and I think it's kind of obvious why a lot of people like her. But yeah, and then there was Pink Pearl. I really did like her, but I could tell, like, yeah, you've got some stuff going on you're not aware of, and this is gonna comb it up. There it is. Yeah, I love that. I'd love to see her and Bismuth together. I would absolutely love that. I mean, Bismuth is an amazing character, and aside from the fact that she pretty much told us that Rose Quartz did not actually get shattered. Let me explain. I'm sure a lot of people have figured this out by now, but I'm gonna say it anyways. When it came to talking about Rose's scabbard, she said something, or sword rather, I don't know why they call it a scabbard, but you know, whichever one you prefer. She said it was designed to get rid of the physical form of the gem, so to disrupt it, so the physical form would poof, but never destroy it. So how would that have been possible that that sword was used to break her? Because remember when Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond come to Earth, and Connie tries to attack Blue Diamond with the sword, she's like, this is the sword that broke her, and she shattered it, but it actually did not break her. It just poofed her. Bismuth pretty much tells us that that whole thing was a show, without actually telling us. It was designed to disrupt the physical form of the gem, but never harm the gem. Which is why I think it made sense that Pink Diamond did not want the breaking point to be utilized to hurt the other diamonds. She didn't actually want to hurt anybody. She didn't. Now, I'll go more deep into Pink Diamond as a diamond, because I do feel like she faces a lot of demonization from people who don't really understand her. But I understand exactly why people feel the way that they feel about her. But with that being said, Bismuth pretty much told us she wasn't shattered. So there's that, but Bismuth was away for so long. Now it comes back to the relationship she had with Rose Quartz, where Rose Quartz poofed her and didn't tell anybody about it. But I see why Rose Quartz didn't tell them about it, because how was she going to explain, I'm actually a diamond and I didn't want Bismuth to shatter that. I get it. I get it. But you see, Bismuth was right to get suspicious of Rose Quartz. She's like, wait a minute. You don't want to use this to make sure that they can't hurt us anymore? Why? What's going on? What are you up to? Like, so I see why she did it. Was it the correct thing to do? Most likely not. However, I get why she did what she did. And she's like, you didn't even tell her. Tell them. I didn't even realize how little I mattered to you. And you can tell there's genuine hurt in Bismuth's voice. And even when Steven has to poof Bismuth and explain what actually was going on, because he told them, well, before her form gets, poofed, she goes, you really are better than her. There was genuine heartbreak in Bismuth's voice, which actually does sort of carry the weight that, yeah, they may have had a relationship. And it's sad because just like Pearl and Bismuth, I think that Rose mattered a great deal to them. Like, Pearl was even shocked when, Lion came around. She's like, no, I would have known about it. And Garda's like, oh, she had to keep things from me. So she didn't keep anything from me. And at first, a lot of us were really quick to judge Pearl and say that she was a biznitch and just crazy because she looked like a lovesick fangirl. But later on, you find out she's been forced to hold all of these things in. Like, the one thing I will question is, like, when it came to Spinel and Pearl, where Pearl's like, oh, it really is her, but she can't be serious. But it's like, did Pink not tell you that she didn't go back for her? Did you, like, not find it weird that she just kind of vanished? Because I would say that Pearl was not around, the 2.0 version wasn't around until after Spinel was gone, but Pearl knew who she was. She knew who she was, so she was around. And Pearl's whole thing is she never questioned Rose, and I think that's where she messed up. She never questioned Rose Quartz whatsoever. She never questioned Pink Diamond because she adored her and didn't want to question her because she didn't want to upset her diamond. So yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. But what I really think when it comes to Steven Universe as a whole, there are so many unanswered questions. Like, we want to know if volleyball is okay. We want to know if her injury is healing slowly but surely, because I could imagine, like, with someone who has an experience with psychological pain, it takes a while, and it's a slow process. You can slowly see things starting to change. But yeah, I would love that. I love some elaborations on certain things. I love to see a little more character development from Jasper, but what I really did like is how they didn't really try to turn her over to the lovey-dovey stuff, where she was who she was and she was unapologetic about it, despite, you know, the fact that she pushed Steven so far, he literally shattered her. And he was so upset about it, and he's like, I'm sorry, and she's just like, you're my diamond. Like, she respected him for shattering her, which is like, yeah, I can see why Lapis didn't really want to be with you. That is, you know, you got some, but I honestly think it's, Jasper's a product of her environment. She was literally made to be perfect, and she was on Earth, so she had a lot to prove. I actually am going to do a video on Jasper next, but tell me what you guys think.